What's up, everybody? Man, I am back again. Once again, man, this is a fitness channel with a twist, people. But today, I'm going to speak a little bit about boxer Enriquez. He's back. You know what I mean? He's up and at it again. You know what I mean? So just bear with me, people. I know I'm going to get some heat behind this. People are going to say, hey, why are you talking about that snitch? Get whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You must be one of his subscribers, this and that. No, I'm actually not. I subscribe to very, very little bit of people. You guys would be surprised. The people that you would think that I would follow, I don't follow. Why? Because I know they're fakes and frauds. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anybody else. It's just I don't want to get caught up in that YouTube movement. Let's just keep it that way. You know what I mean? Once again, man, I am a fitness channel with a twist. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, put your notification bell on all. Let's get this channel to 10,000 subscribers. That way I can start doing lives on a regular basis. You know, like I said, keep tuned in. This weekend, I believe I'm going to drop a live, man. Who knows? It might be on 4th of July or it might be on the day after. But I will be doing a surprise live, a trial run. Let's just put it that way, man. So, anyways, man, if you want to get started in your fitness journey, shoot me a DM, high power fitness, high_power_fitness_. I'll get you going and becoming that best version of yourself, man. You know what I mean? I have that blueprint to success. I guarantee within 3 months, I could get you to lose up to 30 pounds of fat and build muscle. I will build you the bulletproof workout plan that comes with videos for every workout that you do, demonstrating and explaining to you exactly how that workout is supposed to be done. Because there's a correct way and there's a wrong way. Form is everything when it comes to exercising. You know, when you work on a muscle, it's important to isolate that muscle and not involve other muscles that shouldn't be involved in doing that movement. If you know, you know. So, with that being said, man, like I said, I am this is a fitness channel with a twist. I'm gonna give you a tip for the day. You know what I mean? Because I've been asked again. What do I recommend for running a clean diet? And I could say to you now, no matter which diet you choose to follow, always run in grass-fed, organic, stuff that is going to have less synthetic ingredients in it, because anything that's other than natural is going to be worse for your body than it will be good, people. You know, there's a lot of products out there that promote, I'm going to give you an example. There's products out there that promote that this product will lower your glucose levels. But they fail to tell you that the product that they're pushing out there, they compare it with something that registers higher on the glycemic chart. So actually, in all reality, it's legal for them to put it that it lowers your sugar levels, because they compared it with something that registers very high, such as maltodextrin. Maltodextrin will register on the glycemic chart 3.5 times the amount of natural sugar. So when you're purchasing those sweeteners, you know what I mean? Take the time to read the back and see what's put in them, people. Because a lot of times those alternative sweeteners in there, they do more harm to your body than they do good. And if you're following a ketogenic diet, it will throw you out of ketosis, people. So don't believe everything that you read over there that is keto friendly, because a lot of the ingredients that they put in them keto friendly diets, they're not good for you. Read the back of them. Maltodextrin is one of the worst ones. I'm telling you now. There's so many other ones. There's a lot of synthetic fiber as well, too. You know, always look for resources of clean supplies, naturally grown, farm raised, Wild caught salmon, any wild caught fish and all that is always the best. What I meant by farm raised is farmers market for their organic vegetables. Very good. Vegetables and fruits and all that. Very good for you. So that's a tip for the day, people. You know what I mean? Like I said, the proof is in the pudding. I'm 54 years old. I'm tooting my horn because I'm in really good shape, And I guarantee these people that are behind this screen over here wolfing all this shit about me, but they don't show themselves. I'm sure you guys had that Al Bundy look. I used to have that, man. I was proud of it, though. You know what I mean? Shit. Kick back, be shot all day, and do not a motherfucking thing. Not worried about who's going to provide for my family the next day. Why? Because I live by them rules that one a day, man. Live for today, not for tomorrow. Tomorrow was never guaranteed to be here. You know what I mean? But, hey, why take that chance, man? So live right today. Live healthy today. That way you can live stronger and longer for your family for the days to come. Be that person that they look up to, man. That person that they can brag about. Be that person when you walk into a room that you glow. Because you stand out. Your overall health is just, it's exhilarating. It's I'm going to give you an example, man. Or no, I won't even get to that. Well, anyways, people, if you want to get started in your fitness journey, shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Let's move on to Enriquez Boxer. Enriquez Boxer is formerly known as somebody that had a very strong opinion behind them walls. I'm not going to say which organizations because I don't talk any organizations that I believe to be in non-existence. All I know about this individual, he was an individual that gave up a lot of people. He went out backwards, he told, he testified, and he made it bad for a lot of, how should I say, he made it bad, he made it hard for certain individuals to wiggle back there because the guy gave up game that wasn't supposed to be told. It was sacred, and now he's on YouTube and he pops up in my feed. Obviously, everybody that's making a name for themselves here on YouTube and that relates to any type of talk that I talk about is going to pop up on my feed. It doesn't mean that I'm following them because trust and believe, there's a lot of these guys out here that you guys are fans of. I don't follow them fucking cats. Why? Because I've dealt with them. I've met them one-on-one and I see right through them. They're fucking fakes and frauds. Especially motherfuckers that are out there trying to protest for the cause, but they really aren't. They're just there for clout. You know what I mean? Hey, I was down there in the war where everything was going on. Shit, I could have went over there and busted a burpee routine in front of the Marines right there. You know what I mean? But I'm not about that. You know what I mean? If you're there for the righteous support, run it in. But like I said, at the end of the day, there's a right way of doing things and there's a wrong way. Well, anyways, people, Mr. Boxer Enriquez, he popped up on my feed and I was working out and his video played. I didn't get to see the video. I don't even know if it was a video, but I heard him talking. And I'm gonna give this man, I can't even say props, man, but he told, you know what I mean? He was telling everybody, he's letting you know, like he said in the past too, if you use any of his content, he's gonna report you straight up, man. What do you expect? He that's what he's in hiding for right now, but he gave up some good game. For those of you that are curious about clicking on those sponsorships and all that stuff, be careful on what you do. Trust and believe. I was on the phone with a very well-known YouTuber. I'm not gonna say his name because he's got a very big following, and he's got a lot of haters as well. And yes, he's from up north. I was on the phone with him, and he was impressed by my following on my Instagram. But he was trying to send me a message because I don't follow him. And he couldn't do it. And the reason is because I've removed all my messaging from people because I get a lot of bullshit on the things. And this is where Mr. Boxer Enriquez fell victim. He got his motherfucking the tables had turned. He was preyed upon. He was no longer the predator. He was preyed upon. He was the prey. They okey doked him. He pressed on something that someone threw a fishing line, and he bit, and he got snagged and hooked up, and they yanked his channel and tore it down and tried to utilize it for their benefits. So as far as me, like on my Instagram, I have all my stuff blocked because people send me some ridiculous shit, man. I don't want to be no part of that. Once again, I have to remind you guys, yes, this is a fitness channel with the twist, and the twist is what you're hearing right now. I will elaborate on certain things, and like I said, Enriquez Boxer, that guy from Arta, from Martilla, he put out a lot of information that was very informative to any YouTuber or any content creator. Be aware, man, because people are really, they make a living off of this shit. They know how to fish people. They could fucking just hack your account, get into your bank accounts and everything, man. This shit it's this technology nowadays, the digital world is very dangerous. They could wipe a person out. May not be physically, well, in a sense it would be physically dangerous because, they could clean out a person's bank account and then you'd be broke as a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he gave up some information and explained what happened to him. He was this person found themselves a sucker. There's no way of putting it, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sugarcoat for anything for anybody, but straight up, he found a sucker. We've all been found suckers at one time or another, you know what I mean? We got okey doke for buying stuff, but we're supposed to learn from our mistakes. And this guy, he just put us up on a lot of game, so that's the reason why I listened to what he had to say, because he was explaining what happened to his account. And I put in a lot of work to have the little bit of followers that I have, the subscribers that I have, so it would if something were to happen to my account, I would probably just throw in the towel and say fuck that. I'd rather refrain from coming back on YouTube and just stick to my IG, but at the end of the day, man, there was a statement that he did make. He doesn't believe in karma, but he contradicted himself, because the energy that you give out to this world, you get right back. And that's basically what happened to him. He used to get over on people. So he says. That's what he says. I'm not saying. I can't confirm that shit. I don't know. I don't know anything about that man, other than what I hear, Yeah, he did what he did in his past, and what he put out there in the world is coming back to him. That's what happens. I'm a firm believer in karma, and karma's a motherfucker, and she's a bitch too. And there's no expiration date on karma. Well, anyways, people, this fucking story rambled on and I was all over the place. But yeah, Mr. Enriquez Boxer, you guys, why do you address him as Mr.? That's just the way I was raised, people, okay? I'm a gangster with class, okay? So let's get it right here. I'm the type of person that will hold the door open for a person. Thank you. You're welcome. Excuse me. That's the way I was brought up. I was brought up with old-fashioned manners and respect. And that's what I live by. That's what's gotten me to where I am at today. The drugs, when I was caught up on drugs, that's what almost made me lose my identity. On this last rodeo that I did, I got caught up fucking with Escante. I forgot who I was, man. I was so blessed to get busted. I really was. I was saved. Like back in the day, there was a saying that we used to always say. We weren't arrested. We were rescued. And I finally realized that, man, because I remember seeing my older homies, the Tecatos, they would always say that shit, and I never really understood them by that, right? But this last rodeo, where I got caught up on that Escante, and trust and believe, that wasn't my choice of drug, but once that motherfucker got a hold of my nuts, that shit was the cocuy. It took over my life. You know, bullshit aside, I really forgot who I was and where I came from, what I represented, and what I stood for. So it was a blessing for me to get busted and go do that wino time that I did. Yes, it was wino time. Was it fucking 32 months or something like that? Some bullshit ass charge. But here I am, 11 years later, clean and sober, doing what I do, staying on top of my A game. Well, anyways, people, with that being said, man, if you want to get started on your fitness journey, shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. Don't talk about it, be about it. Let's do this.